Content coach. Hey yo, welcome back, yo. It's your boy Tess. You already know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And today we got another episode of Sex Coaching. That's right, man. You know, it's been a lot going on. The world it's never dull in this world. It's always something popping, always something popping, right? So today, that Daphne Joy sextape dropped, right? Oh my God. I can't even get that no round of applause 'cause that shit crazy. Diddy in the background. So you got to see it your goddamn self. There's some crazy shit going on, right? But this episode we're gonna get into like some relationship type shit, right? Cause I was listening to my man Mecca Audio, Unique Mecca Audio earlier. He was saying a lot of shit. Some of it made a lot of sense, but some of that shit didn't, right? Because exactly like he said, what a woman chooses to do with her body, that's her choice. And once y'all is not an item or together or whatever it might be no more, then that ain't your motherfucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Plain and simple. But let's check out what Mecca talking about, right?
Because Diddy did him a favor. If you think you know why Diddy did him a favor, somebody put it in the comments. All right? I'm speaking to the gangster. I'm speaking to the young man that was hit up 8 times, survived, and put out records dissing everybody in the industry. And he came in as a storm, and he's continuing to be a storm. No matter what you say, you can't take it away from 50 that he's king of this shit. He king of this. And look where he came from, so you see. That's what New York City looked like from back in the 80s, all the way up. So he got the spirit of the 80s in him, and he's taking it, he's running wild through the system, but at the same time, we make bad choices. Not business or money choices, because we survived all that. I'm talking about choices in women. Now, here it is. We know the situation with his first baby mother, not gonna get in it because this is not to bash him or nothing, but this is just to use this as a tutorial for the younger people to understand that be careful who you sleep with because you might be connected to him for the rest of your life. From that one night, bring forth joy. But then the mother brings forth misery with that. Because 50's king of the rock. He ain't doing nothing wrong. He trolling hard. He don't care who he troll. He go. And you better believe he's in the lab working on that joint with, with Tiny and, T.I. and King. And we ain't gonna fit the money either. He's plotting his get back. But how do you get back when you choose the wrong, what they call on the street, smut? I mean, and it's not to disrespect, but you gotta, you don't know who a person is until they show you. You don't know who a person is until they open their mouth. And you got a female, I'm hearing that, the tape might have been without her consent, but it was on the diddler's phone, the dude, the D master, right? It was on his phone, and he said that Diddy filmed it with his phone. So that don't seem like it was sneaking to me because Diddy was all walking back and forth. But then again, she might have a point as I think about it, because how could that have came from his phone? Okay, unless the phone was planted somewhere. Was she aware that the phone was planted there? If it wasn't, now that's a crime. But my thing is, 50, you can't be mad at Diddy for that. Whatever other reasons you got, valid, but not over a female that choose to do what she gonna do. One thing you can never own in this world, and that's a woman's private parts. That go everywhere she go, and you
Be definitely right, right? You know, what a woman chooses to do with her private parts, that's her business, right? But once she's out your possession, out your presence, you know, you ain't dealing with her like that no more. Then that's no longer your problem. Whoever she fuck with or whatever she do, that's her business, right? Even if she is dealing with you, right? And some shit happened and you know, you find out that she's a slut, right? Find out she's a slut. Then it's up to you to determine on how you're gonna deal with that female from that point on, right? So it's up to you to know that, you know, I can only deal with you accordingly. Like the trust or the bond that we had before can never be the same again. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think we should get out of this. You know what I'm saying? Not so much like woman bashing or just, you know, you being a victim of what a woman do or a woman being blamed on what she do. It's just all up to you. You know what I mean? How you look at the situation and how you choose to deal with that woman, right? Let's check out some more. Right?
give her iPhone, you put the joint on where you could track her. I mean, share your location. You know, for those insecure people. Right? Let me ride and ask you this. Let me ride and ask you this. How do you feel about somebody who wants to share location because they want to know where you at, not because they want to know or make sure that you're safe? You think that's an insecure person? Or you think that's just somebody that cares? And you might be talking, I can see you talking to one of those females and you say, oh yeah, I'm over here by Kenny house, you know? What you mean you're at Kenny house? I'm looking at the thing right now. You ain't at Kenny house. And I mean, like, yeah, I'm at Kenny, my other friend that you haven't met. Yo, Kenny, say what's up. Would you like to FaceTime us at Kenny's house? And he got to go through all this because of her insecurities and traumas from what other men have put her through. Now, we seeing how 50 Cent deal with his trauma. You know, he's been attacking and going at him and, you know, do what he got to do. But this female done put a chink in his armor where now people have his name in their mouth in a negative term. And 50 was running this. But y'all, 50 shouldn't be mad at Diddy. There's no reason for him to be mad at Diddy. He's supposed to be congratulating Diddy right now. 50's supposed to be thanking Diddy right now. That's the 50 Cent that I got on the screen. The real little gangster. And that's the crazy part. People see 50 Cent in this three-piece suit looking buff doing this thing and they forget that that little animal is still in that grown man that, you know, cleaned up into a businessman. That little animal is still in that man. He'll never escape. And you never want to make him come out. And now that little animal that's with him, within him, he has money and power behind that now. So he don't have to just think about, let me run him and go, you know, go to grandma's house and go in the shoebox and get my pistol and take care of this situation. Now he can just be in the situation and people would react and take care of that situation for him without him even knowing it. Or he could simply tell him to take care of the situation. We know it could go either way, and that's what we do. We bring you both sides over here at Unique Mac Audio, man. And that you with and you have a child with is a jump off? Or acting like a jump off? Y'all put that in the comments if you feel that you needed to know that. That 50 needed to know that because in the streets, the man who exposed the truth ain't always your enemy. Sometimes he's just an alarm clock. Because someone brings you the bad news that your woman is choking out with a dude named Sky Diggler or Diggler. Somebody bring you that news and now you mad at them for bringing you that news. The anger should be at your woman for choking off Sky Diddler. You know, sometimes the person bring you the message just that alarm clock. Sometimes he just wakes you up. But it looked like 50 got up on the wrong side of the bed from before at whatever Diddy did. Because Diddy asked to take him to shopping, right? And 50 said it was an insult. But right now, 50 got every reason to take Diddy shopping for exposing his woman for who she is. Before it got worse, it could have got way worse. So sometimes you gotta just take your blessings and take your hurtings and, you know, keep it moving. Now, that's the part nobody wants to say, right? 50 should not be, you know, thanking Diddy for disrespect. Let's get that right. 50 should not be thanking Diddy for disrespecting him sleeping with his girl. That's not what I'm saying. That was a violation on Diddy's part. I'm just keeping it real. We're giving y'all a street tutorial. Let me make it clear, Rob. I'm not saying thank Diddy for the embarrassment. I'm not saying thanking him for the disrespect, you know, or the public shame that he put him through by exposing his baby mother. I'm saying thanking him for the exposure. Thanking him for warning him. Thanking him for pulling the curtains back and let me see the picture for what it really is. Because sometimes a man don't know what he really got around him until another man shows him. And that lessens the pain. But don't bring that pain on the man that showed you. You know we don't do that, 50. You from the street.
Alright, so yeah, man. Alright, so yeah, man. My nigga is 100% correct with that, right? We don't do that over there. You know what I'm saying? Hoe gonna be a hoe. Nigga gonna be a nigga. Straight up. You know what I mean? So y'all put in the comments, man. What y'all think, man? OG, he spitting some game, you know what I mean? Y'all go check out Unique Mecca Audio because he definitely be dropping some jewels. You know what I mean? Keeping it real from an triple OG standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Go check out the homie. And I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like how I'm looking at it, 50, if anything, 50 probably just mad that he had a baby with this bitch, right? Let's be honest, like, you know, at the end of the day, it happens. You know, it happens. You know, but you rich, you know, uh, you probably can fuck who you want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Got a bad a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So that's all on her. Whatever she do, that's on her. It ain't got shit to do with 50, right? Got shit to do with 50, man. That's how I look at it, man. But you know, everybody got their perspectives. You know? It's good to have them perspectives because, like he said, man, the younger niggas who watch this, they can see and then they can decipher how they want to handle situations like that. But trust me, you're gonna run into it. You ain't gonna know. You know what I'm saying? If not, you know what I'm saying? You got some good luck, baby boy. Or you just ain't fucking it out. Something ain't right. But that's what's going on with that, right? That's what's going on with 50. You know, Daphne Joy, she somebody dropped the goddamn sex tape. They got the old diddler in there, diddling. The diddler in there diddling. You know what I'm saying? On some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna talk about your boy, Drizzy Drake, Sauce Walk, right? Now this is the crazy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? This the crazy shit, man. Cause You can say it's similar to the Diddy and 50 situation, right? Because you thinking that I'm rich, this bitch that locked up, you know what I'm saying? Fuck her, she ain't all this whoop de whoop. Until until she re till she meet a nigga that's richer than you. Now I'm talking about Drake out here buying fucking Maybachs for bitches, right? For niggas, baby mamas that he really don't give a fuck, right? And Sauce was popping his shit, splash, splash this, splash that, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and this funky bitch can fuck around and met a nigga that's richer than the splash, you know what I'm saying? Bought the bitch a Maybach penthouse, you know what I'm saying? Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's check out what they got to say about Sauce Walk Drake situation. Crazy. Let's check this out.
Hands on me. You already do all that already, so what the even matter?
I got you jumped by my hoes. I will put my hands on you though, but I didn't. You got jumped by my black hoes. This shit on video.
Yeah, because you had me set up. Are you proud of that? Does that make you feel good?
I will get you jumped again. I don't give a. Just like I get Drake smoked, I will get Drake car shot at. The
Well, damn.
man, you better for real life with a hell. I don't give a. Nobody talking about.
Okay, you need to calm down.
No, I don't need to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'ma handle y'all. If that's it.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. We've heard all of these, like, it's like basically these Ghostbuster stories about Drake fucking everybody's girl, but not on the heels of Iceman. We're seeing or hearing a leaked audio of a self-proclaimed pimp. And we love Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker is pretty entertaining. In case you missed anything.
I don't give a. The consequences is.
Why? Yeah, you handle me. You already handle me. So what the matter? You already put your hands on me. You already do all that already. So what the even matter?
I got you jumped by my hoes. I will put my hands on you though, but I didn't. You got jumped by my black hoes. This shit on video.
Yeah, because you had me set up. Are you proud of that? Does that make you feel good?
I will get you jumped again. I don't give a. Just like I get Drake smoked, I will get Drake car shot at. The man, you better for real life with a hell. I don't give a. Nobody talking about.
Okay, you need to calm down.
No, I don't need to do nothing.
Yeah.
I'ma handle y'all. It's that simple. I don't give a. The consequences is.
Okay. Now, people instantly said, oh shit, Drake is back to his old tricks. Now, I do want to, we're not dick watching here, but, I've told you consistently, a lot of Drake's issues come from people feeling like Drake has disrespected them by sleeping with their woman. Okay? DJ Drama supposedly leaking or forcing Quentin Miller to leak the reference tracks. One of the reasons is because Drake fucked his girl. A lot of these rappers, Joe Budden. Some people speculate that maybe, well, first of all, remember in Push-Ups lyrics. Like, again, I'm mentioning every single situation, there's always a woman there, right? In Push-Ups, when he's talk about, when he says, Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Is this a song? He basically said that Metro was mad over a girl somewhere. I can't remember.
So yeah, man. We got 50 Cent, Joy Daphne, Sauce Walker, and Drizzy Drake, and the white bitch. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on, man. You know what I mean? All I like to say is I'm wondering what this stems from, right? I'm wondering what this stems from.
Act was saying that it was about some beef that Sauce Walker and Drake had back in the day, right? So you know Drake a petty motherfucker. If he double back around from years ago, some shit that y'all supposed to squash and shit like that, and he fucked your baby mama, right? Buy the bitch a Maybach. Sauce, why you mad, bro? Why you mad? You a pimp, right? You a pimp. Why you had a black hose jumper? Why you had a black hose jumper, Sauce? He said I'll do it again. What's crazy, the crazy shit is the nigga talking about I had Drake smoked for fucking that funky ass bitch. Nah, Sauce too player for that. Nah, Sauce too player for that. I don't believe that. No, 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 no. Sauce too player for that. I heard Sauce say something on the phone call about something. Tell Drake to keep my name out his mouth. So with some shit going on behind the scenes, there's some shit going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, right? Obviously, Drake and the baby mama been pillow talking about Sauce, right? That's all I can say because you ain't having this nigga smoked because he fucked this funk ass white bitch. You already talking about you pimping her out, you slutting her out, y'all doing OnlyFans. You know, she been selling that pussy, you know what I'm saying? You not crashing out about no bitch like that, bro. Hopefully not, right? Something definitely wrong. Every time I hear Sauce, he talking about morals and respect and he politic and all the game coach and shit like that. This shit not playing at all. Like this shit looking crazy, right? Not over this funk ass bitch, right? She washed up, bro. She washed up like so? Drake fucking this white bitch like I don't know. I don't know. Can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Can't be that. Like Sauce just keep doing what you're doing, making good music. Uh Fuck that bitch, man. You know what I mean? Fuck that bitch, dog. Like I heard the nigga say the bitch dropped him off 60,000 though. You know what I mean? If you're a pimp, you leaning hard on that hoe. You know what I'm saying? You leaning hard on that bitch. You know what I mean? You ain't going nowhere, hoe. And 60,000, bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's that player pimp type shit. You know, it's different down here in Houston. Like you're a real player. You know what I'm saying? And he running it up. You know what I mean? So he got to keep that bitch close in the headlight. You feel me? Keep that bitch real close. Like, bitch, don't get out of line. You know what I'm saying? That's a pimp shit, man. You know what I mean? You got to go to Memphis or Houston or Vegas, Cali, get into all that pimp shit like that, man. Like, yeah, we don't give a fuck about that shit down here, man. Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But it's different. It's different, man. But bitch dropping 60K off though, like shit. Said he made 7 million off OnlyFans with this hoe. You know what I'm saying? So you might toss it in the air and turn to sunshine. You hear me? Ha! You might toss that motherfucker in the air and turn to sunshine. Like them Harlem Nights, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Straight up, man, you know what I'm saying? But fuck all this shit, you know. Shout out to Sauce, you know what I mean? Shout out to Drake. You know, Drake, stop being petty, bro. Like, we know you got all the money, man. We know, we know you can fuck his bitch if you want to, right? Like, you ain't got to be petty like that, dog. Fucking Drake, man. You know, they were saying that, you know, everybody wanted to come and talk down on Drake and treat Drake bad. You know what I'm saying? When that Drake and Kendrick shit happened, right? They said everybody came out the woodworks and everybody who had secretly beef with him finally put the shit on the floor. You know what I'm saying? They put the shit on the floor, came out with it, and now he done came back around. Number one album, You know what I'm saying? #1 album. Now they hopping back on Drake dick. He knew it though. He knew it, but everybody was beefing and talking bad about Drake and shit like that. Guess what I was doing? Come here, give me a hug, give me a hug. We was on that party in Drake, nigga. We wasn't studying no fucking Kendrick. Straight up. I mean, yeah, it was a cool little diss song, whatever, whatever. But we still partying over here, dancing, getting money. We not studying that bullshit. Come here, bitch, give me a hug, give me a hug. Straight up, you know what I mean? We in Miami, we renting out the spot. We was on that, you know what I mean? We wasn't giving a fuck about what y'all talking about, man. Straight up. Sauce. Nah, Drake, come on, man. But you gotta stop being petty though, you know what I mean? You know, we in our own lane and shit, we you know what I mean? But one of these niggas gonna crash out over that little bitch, man. Over that little funk ass hoe. You see what I'm saying? One of these niggas gonna crash out. You gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. Chubbs laughing at the shit though. Chubb said ain't nobody gonna do shit. OVO Chubb said nigga ain't gonna touch Drake. It ain't happening. So look like they straight. OVO straight. You know what I'm saying? Look like they straight, man. They ain't worried about nothing. They still kicking it, partying, getting money. So Sauce, I don't know, man. It just ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't good look. You know, and I like Sauce. You know what I mean? I listen to Sauce. He like his flow is very unique. You know what I mean? So I like that shit he be putting down. You know what I'm saying? So I like Sauce, but moving on, man. Moving on. We're gonna talk about, you know, lately, if you've been paying attention, you know, somebody that came out of retirement, right? Somebody just for a little while, I think. I don't think he taking the shit serious. He just wanted to come out and have a little fun, right? Somebody that came out of retirement and ruffled everybody motherfucking feathers, man. Ruffled a lot of feathers, dog. They was already talking shit about him. Imagine, right? Peep this, imagine. Imagine being a fucking billionaire, right? You on the beach, you with your badass bitch. Probably, you know, they probably smoke joints or some popular X. You on the X, you smoking a joint, you know what I'm saying? And you just bored. You're like, yeah, I got money, but this ain't enough. I need a little excitement. These niggas been talking shit for a while, right? I'm about to come out and motherfucking ruffle some feathers. That's what you call ruffle some feathers. Cause they ain't nothing but some birds, you feel? Motherfuckers get to eat yapping and this and that and you know what I mean? Like, bruh, please. So, you know, the boy was bored. Imagine being a billionaire with nothing to do. You done did every goddamn thing else. You know, and imagine being a real hood nigga with a billion. You think the money gonna sit you down, make you shut up, not respond? What, you gonna lose fucking endorsements? You know, you're not gonna have the engine behind you. You are the fucking engine. You are the engine. You make the calls. You make the plays. So yeah, it's time to come back outside. Time to come outside and let these motherfuckers know who been running shit. So y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Jigga Man, right? Ho, he done came back out and did the Roots picnic, right? And I thought it was spectacular. I really enjoyed it, right? You know, it had a nostalgia to it. It brought back, you know, good memories. You know what I'm saying? Brought back good memories. And like he rocked that shit. You can tell that he's a true musician because, you know, he was into it. He didn't miss a word. Live band, you know what I'm saying? You know, brought out Jasmine Sullivan, you know what I'm saying? It was a good look, right? Everything was like perfect, right? Everything was perfect. But, you know, these billionaires, bigwigs, like they foresee the future. So before he did this shit, he knew that, oh, this finna cause some hell. You know what I mean? This finna cause some hell. But like I was saying, it was a good look because it was good to see BC, Freeway, Chris. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see them come out, and it looked like a rock reunion. You know what I'm saying? He even said it. He said, I miss this shit. This shit feels good. You know what I'm saying? And I bet it do. You know what I mean? Having the people that you kind of built this shit with back around you. You can have all the money in the world, but it get lonely. Like it get lonely. You gotta have relationships. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that, man. The money. Yeah, we want money. Of course, we want money. We want money more than anything above our relationship, probably, like in some aspects. But like I was saying, not really though, because it can only take you so far, after you done did everything, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. It's just like something gonna be missing, right? Something gonna be missing. And it's the relationships, it's the touching the people, right? But besides that, like I said, man, so when he dropped the fucking Roots reunion, that shit went up. It went up, right? But you had all kind of people talking. He did a crazy freestyle. Now, me, honestly, uh, what do you say? Some of that shit was, yeah, I can divide. Two of them shit was due. Ha! Nah, that wasn't it to me. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a cool freestyle, and it was right for the time because, that's the time we're in, right? People want to talk. They're gonna talk. Give them something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And they definitely talking, man, because you got Dame Dash. Oh, Dame Dash, you know what I mean? Chatty Patty. Oh, Chatty Patty, you know what I mean? I fuck with Dame Dash, so I ain't gonna do him like that, you know what I'm saying? Dame Dash is, we gotta take off our heads to Dame, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pick sides, like I ain't no pussy nigga like that, you know what I'm saying? But, Dame did an interview, and they asked him what he thought about the picnic and shit like that. And he just got to going in on Jay, right? It looked awkward and weird because it just looked like you was coming. It didn't look like jokes. It looked like you just was trying to find a joke, but the shit wasn't landing. You know what I mean? It was just coming off as some hating shit, right? So I'm gonna say, like, I fuck with Dame, but something about that damn Dame, you know what I mean? He just, he kept his cool. He kept his cool. Dame kept his cool, and he didn't like spaz out. He wasn't hollering like the old Dame, right? It was just like he wasn't fucking with Jay. He didn't like the hair. He said he still thinking Jay is a brother or whatever like that. He said if Jay was still around him, he would have better taste. He said he wouldn't come out looking like the microphone. You know what I'm saying? He said Jay had bad breath, got doo-doo breath, and, used to chew big red, cinnamon doo-doo is what he said. Breath smell like cinnamon doo-doo. And it just seemed like a little hate to me, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when would a motherfucker ever just come out and give a nigga his props? The last thing I seen from Dame in an interview, he was saying that Mos Def was better than Jay-Z, right? He was saying Mos Def is better than Jay-Z, and is a true definition of an artist, right? Saying that he can't be boxed in, he like his freedom. Say every time you talk to Mos Def, he in Africa, Brazil, somewhere exotic, you know what I'm saying, living his life, you know what I'm saying. And the only thing about this statement I can say is Mos is definitely a raw motherfucker, right? So when you make a statement like that, I ain't finna argue with you about that. I ain't finna say that Mos Def is not only up there with Jay, right? Lyrically, like, but it's so many layers that come with Jay-Z, like the dope boy shit, the swag, you know what I'm saying? Like on top of the lyricism, right? With most Def, what we get is just like true lyricism, you know what I'm saying? Just straight off raw, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of like a Black Thought type nigga, you know? I put out in top three rappers, dead or alive, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. We talk about Nas, we talk about Big. And yeah, them some good rappers. But like artists, lyrically, like it's a difference, you know what I'm saying? You can tell the difference. If you love hip hop, it's a difference, you know? Yeah, you can put words together real good and talk about dope and hoes and whoop de whoop. But when you can take it further than that and be educational and spit some shit like just some shit to make you feel good, you know what I'm saying? Just true lyricism. It's different. So when he said Most Def was better than Jay, all I said was, you picked a good motherfucker to say. You picked a good motherfucker to say, because Most Def is definitely a raw motherfucker. I don't think Jay want to see Most Def on the mic, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, not at all. But still, why it's always a comparison? Why it's always somebody got to be better than Jay? You know what I'm saying? That's that hating shit, Dame. Come on, bruh. That's that hating shit. That's why they calling you a chatty patty. And karma come back around, You was popping your shit and you let your teeth pop out your mouth on live. Karma is a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? God don't like ugly, you know what I mean? So just keep getting money, you know what I'm saying? And keep doing you, you know what I mean? Fuck what Jay doing, fuck with whoever doing. Just keep doing you. You ain't got shit to prove nobody. You done put in your work and your legacy is sealed, but don't fuck it up or make it look bad by being a lame ass nigga, right? Straight up. That's all I can say about that. But I fuck with Dame because, you can kind of tell like when that reasonable doubt shit, if you know like the history of New York, Harlem and shit like that. Brooklyn nigga was like a hardcore nigga, like a rough nigga, robber type nigga. So when Jay came out, you could tell like if he's a straight Brooklyn nigga, he had to get that swag from somewhere. Cause Brooklyn niggas just rob and dirty. And he up. You know what I'm saying? They on that type shit. You know what I'm saying? So he had to get that swag and you know what I mean? Even though the nigga said he had 98, 99 keys or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So if you got money like that, you ain't living the average life as a regular Brooklyn nigga. You done seen some shit, you'd have been around the world. Whoop de whoop. But I just think, being around them Harlem niggas gave him a little swag and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Straight up. But I don't know, man. We're gonna check out some of this shit that they had to say about the Jigga, man. Jigga though. And we're gonna see what they talking about, right?
Here's the thing. Contrary to what everyone may believe, I really still look at Jay as my brother. And I know Jay. And I was like, all these years, just even amongst my crew, we would be like, he ain't gonna never say nothing until he's broke. So he hasn't said anything for 20 years. And I'm like, damn, I hope he's not broke. Because he would said something. It was whack. It was like a joke. But it was an old joke. He used my lyrics. So I started to be like, he's not like like I would prefer the version of Jay that would have said something more clever. And that's not the version of Jay that I would have ever signed. And I felt bad because I was like, it must be embarrassing for him to now have to be on that stage, not the same version of himself, and still have to work at that age because he has to. So that was the brother in me, like, damn, I know that because I know him, that when we were younger, when he was this age. He hated talking to people and doing all. He was retiring since Reasonable Doubt. For him to have to come outside 20 years later, I just felt kind of like embarrassed for him a little bit because we all know him. And then the funny thing to me, I couldn't even hear the lyrics because the hairstyle was crazy. And I was like, why would they let him come outside like that? Like, I'm gonna, because to me it's like that shit is funny, and there should be jokes for that hairstyle. And if like everyone around him that loves him didn't laugh and be like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm like, why would he do that? Like, we want to see, and I'm gonna tell, because I still care about JJ. When you do Yankee Stadium, I need you to get a fade, not a fade, a Caesar. I need you to put the Yankee hat on and do the thing to the side. That's what we want to see. We want to see chuckers. We want to see some jewelry. We don't want to see this version of you. I know I don't. That version of The Rock was painful and hard to look at. Did you ever think this would happen? I never thought this would happen. I'm in the look how cool I still am. These niggas lost it. These are the these niggas gotta be broke to do this shit.
But he actually comes out and mentions you by name. If you don't mind, just walk us through the day of. What were you doing? Did you watch this live? Did someone send it to you?
Okay, wait
Please.
a second, because there's something that I think I spoke about this on my channel when it first happened, when it was first announced, and I'm like, huh, okay. And as time progressed, I realized that I'm not interested. I never talked about the Roots picnic before. Why would I start talking about it now? Like, I think a lot of people don't understand. I was around when the Roots picnic was created. I was there. I remember why it happened. I remember how it happened. A lot of debt is why it happened. The IRS was all over everyone's back. All of those unexplained recoupables, there was a lot of money in taxes owed to the city. And it became the thing to do tourism deals, to get a little tax break, right? So that's where the Roots picnic and all of this stuff came from.
Okay, yeah, that was about what, 30 years ago?
No, no.
How far back?
2000s, like 2006,
Oh,
like 2006, 2007, yeah.
all
Like
right.
they pretty much started doing it. Don't forget, like Dave Chappelle, he had his block party, and she said Mr. Carter was also there. That's how you ended up on Tony Busby's radar.
You heard it from the horse's mouth, like that was Jaguar, right? And I can't listen to that bitch too long, right? I mean, excuse me, I can't listen to her too long, man. She just bugged out. She make my head hurt, right? Like, who the fuck is really giving a fuck what she talking about? Like, obviously someone is, right? But not me. She make my head hurt. Like, you just talking to be talking, man. Come on now. She seemed like somebody who was just a reject who didn't make it and kind of sour about it, like to the point where, like, put it like this: if she wasn't talking about Jay-Z and on the blue couch and shit like that, what else would she be doing? Like, she ain't got shit to do. Like, she caught traction with that, so of course that's what she doing, right? That's what she doing. Like, I don't knock the hustle, but I'm not gonna sit up here and listen to this old bug down shit. Like, nah. So yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. I got shit to do. I'm on the move all the time. Got to keep it rolling. And I just thought I'd drop in a little bit, fuck with y'all a little bit, get tipsy a little bit. I'm on the Ciroc right now. You know what I'm saying? On the Ciroc. So yeah, Ciroc. A lot of more people endorse Ciroc besides Diddy. So y'all motherfuckers don't go there, right? Don't go there. I ain't no. I, shit. All right. So this has been another episode. Holla.